have a towel or a blanket, because I would like to start this morning opening the chest. So this can be on 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't, we can roll a blanket or a towel, right? So there's a little bit of lift underneath the upper back. It doesn't really matter if you roll it this way or the other way. Depends really, depends on what you have at your fingertips here. But I would like to start in a heart opener and try to keep that as kind of a theme for our class.
I think.
Well, it seems like it'll be too big. We don't want to like a huge lift with the blanket. And
She's rolling it down.
so we have this underneath the upper back if you're going to use a towel or blanket, just so there's a little bit of a lift, right? And if you do have blocks by chance, we'll take one on the medium height here, one on the high level, and then we'll have this lower block right underneath the upper back, second block underneath the head.
I'm gonna get.
And
Okay.
we're just making do with what we have at home, right? So if you have blocks, cool, right?
Jen, you should mute us.
Okay. If not, now's the time to use your Amazon Prime to get some. All right. And we're all muted but me. Okay. So finding the heart opener of your choice, right? So again, we can use a rolled up towel underneath the upper back. We can use 2 blocks, whatever it is. And we want it right here, right? Right at kind of like the tip of the shoulder blade. So the lift is across the upper back, across the chest. And then there's no pressure on our low back, right? There's no like crunching in the low back. So I feel like, and this may be a little silly, but I feel like I was called to teach some heart openers today because I had to go to Target yesterday. And I had a really hard time finding compassion and an open heart for some of the people around me. And so, our practice always reflects what we need in our daily life, right? It's like our support system. And that made me feel like maybe I needed to invite a little bit more heart opening into my own space, right? So I could find a little bit more kindness, a little bit more compassion as things stay kind of weird and hard right now. So if this resonates with you, our practice today will probably be helpful because I'd like to do some heart opening stuff. So as we lay here in our heart opener of choice, right? Just finding the breath floating gently in and out through the tip of the nose. Right, nice long, slow inhale. And a long, slow exhale. So we will start today with a little metta meditation, light guided meditation for loving kindness. And so you'll just repeat what I say to yourself in your head. So the concept of metta meditation is like sending love and kindness and peace and all this good jazz to like everyone out in the world, and then kind of zeroing in on different people or things in our life and sending the energy of that love out to them. And we start off with a pretty easy one, right? We start out with someone that is beloved to us. So someone who it's really easy to send love and kindness to, right? It's could be your partner, this could be a family member, a friend, it can be your cat, whatever. Whoever it's the easiest for you to send love out to right now, get a nice visual of who that is. Right, and to our beloved, may you be happy and well. May you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be kind and compassionate. May you abide in peace. Right, and then gathering a visual of someone that's kind of neutral to you. So this can be someone you see in passing, doesn't have to, someone that doesn't really spark emotion one way or the other, right? So a neutral person, you may see at like the grocery store, right? To our neutral person, may you be happy and well. May you be free of inner and outer harm. May you be kind and compassionate. May you abide in peace. And so the next person that we send love and kindness to, someone it may be pretty challenging to send it to, right? So someone who you maybe don't want to or don't feel like sending love and kindness to. And a little kind of hint is that it's whoever comes up right away, right? There's no avoiding it. So whoever comes up as someone that's difficult in your life, right? Or that's offering you challenge right now, to our difficult person, may you be happy and well. May you be free of inner and outer harm. May you be kind and compassionate. May you abide in peace. And then the fourth person is to ourselves, right? May I be happy and well. May I be free of inner and outer harm. May I be kind and compassionate. May I abide in peace. And then the last one is to all beings everywhere. May you be happy and well. May you be free of inner and outer harm. May you be kind and compassionate. May you abide in peace. And just observe how it makes you feel to actively send this niceness out into the world, right? Maybe it's subtle. Maybe there's a pretty big shift. Maybe it feels pretty good to send these things to these people, right? Probably, right? You all found your way into this yoga practice, which means you're already working with some love and kindness and compassion. And then a couple more moments here as we lay on the blocks or we lay on the blanket and we have this opening across the chest, right? This energetic space, compassion and kindness. And we feel the breath, the energy of the breath, the prana, moving right into the heart space. So as you breathe in, and it may be subtle, but think of the energy of the breath moving right into the center of the chest. So a few breaths with the, energy of the prana just moving right into the heart space. And just observe how that makes you feel. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and gently find our way off of the props and lay down on the back, right? And then as you find your way onto the back, hug the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little squeeze in towards the body. Okay? A little rock from side to side. And then take the arms into a T. Let's start with a gentle twist. Slowly drop the legs over to the left. Okay, walk the left shoulder from under the chest, reach the right arm away from you, get a little bit longer through the right side. And then from here, let's float the right arm up and overhead. As you reach that right arm back, take the left thumb into the hip crease, or you can use the heel of the hand by the hip and the top of the thigh, and just give it a little press away. So we're looking for a little extra length through the right side waist. Okay. And then slowly come back to center. Right? And then legs gently drop over to the right. Walk the right shoulder from under the chest, let the left shoulder soften down. And then from here, let's sweep the left arm up and overhead. Reach it towards the wall behind you. Take your right hand and press the hip and the thigh away. All right, lengthen through that left side. Good. And then slowly, let's come back to center. Take our feet down to the floor. So let's give a little kind of windshield wiper swish of the shins back and forth a few times. So just dropping the knees from side to side a few times. Over to the right and then over to the left. Good. And then from here, let's take our feet about hips width distance apart. They can be a little bit wider if you've got something going on in your low back, right? And the measurement of reaching the fingertips towards the heels, that may work for some of you. Some of you may want to have the feet a little further away. So this all depends on how the low back is feeling for this bridge pose. Spread the toes wide, press the feet down into the floor. Feel a little bit more weight in the inner arch of the foot. As you press down, feel the frontal hip bones lift up, your tailbone will lengthen, your low back will flatten and get a little bit wider across the floor. We're gonna move dynamically first. So press down into the feet, lift the hips up. As you exhale, slowly lower, right? It's like one little bone in the spine finds the floor at a time. We'll do 2 more like that. Press the feet down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower. Yeah, 1 more like that. Press the feet down. Inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, release. This time we're gonna hold it. So again, spread the toes wide. Feel the 4 corners of the feet pressing down. A little bit more weight in the inner arch of the foot. Press the feet down, lift the hips up, right? From here, maybe hold on to the sides of the mat. Some of you maybe interlace the fingers below the sacrum. Start to walk the shoulders in and underneath the chest. So you have a big lift across the heart space here, right? And then we're gonna press the arms down into the floor. Right, so widening across the chest. Heart is lifting up and then back. And our inner thighs turn down, and our inner arches of our feet are heavy. Right, breathe here. Maybe the chin can soften down a little bit more. Maybe you can feel the feet like they're pressing away from you. Yeah, 1 more breath. Good. Slowly release the hands. Walk one shoulder from under the chest and then the other. And then let the hips settle down to the floor. Give yourself a little hug here. Cross one arm over the other. Give a little squeeze. And then drop the knees from side to side a couple times. We're gonna do it 1 more time like that. Good. So feet to the floor. Find the alignment that works for you, right? Hips width distance are a teensy bit wider, right? Where your fingertips can grasp the back of the heels or a little bit further away, depending on how tall you are and how your low back feels. All right, once again, press the feet down. Feel those frontal hip bones lift, right? So we shift the tilt of the pelvis, lift the hips up, interlace the hands below the sacrum. Walk your shoulders, upper arms in and underneath the chest. Press down into the arms to lift. So this should feel like more work in our upper body, less work in our lower body, right? If we're really getting that lift in the chest. Hello, heart space, right? 2 more breaths here. Good. And then slowly release the hands. Again, walk one shoulder from under the chest and then the other. Cross the opposite arm in front as you give yourself a little hug here, right? Open up across the upper back now. And then release the arms. Drop the knees from side to side. Good. Beautiful. Let's just hug the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg stretch out long here. Ground through that left heel. Left inner thigh gently turns to the floor. Keep the right hand on the right knee and just open and close the knee a couple of times. Open out to the side and then back to center. Open and close. 3 more like that. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Open. Last one. And then switch. Hug the left knee into the chest. Reach the right heel out long away from you. Ground the heel down. Turn the inner thigh to the floor. And squeeze the left knee in. And just a couple times opening and closing that knee. Open out to the side. Back to center. Open. And back. 3 more. All right, so it doesn't have to be a huge movement. We're starting to wake our hips up. Good. And then set both feet down onto the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. From here, keep the arms in a T. Draw the left knee into the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Take a hold of your right foot with the left hand. Right, and then actively try to drop that right hip down to the floor. It's a very subtle movement, right? And then from here, swap and move that left hand to the inner thigh, press it away. Reach the right arm up and overhead. Good. And then slowly release that. Gently come back to center. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Use the right thigh to draw both legs towards the chest, and then exhale, drop the legs to the right. Take a hold of the left ankle or top of the foot with the right hand, and think of this left hip dropping down to the floor. And then move that right hand to the inner thigh, give it a little press away. Reach the left arm up and over. And then slowly release. Again, we come back to center, hug the knees in. Okay, this time let's take the legs all the way out long in front of us. We'll do a little psoas strengthener, right? So these hip flexors, our lower abdominals, and in our low back is where we're probably gonna feel it. I think we've all done this before. So we're just gonna let the right toes drop out to the right. Our left leg is gonna stay stable. So heel pressing down, inner thigh journeying down, and then reaching that heel away. And then from here, we're gonna float the right leg up. So it doesn't have to come super, super high, right? Just a couple of feet off the floor. The right toes are turned out, so we have an external rotation going on in this right thigh and hip. And we're gonna reach through that heel. You may already start to feel these muscles working. And we're gonna lift and lower this leg a few times. It may start out spicy for you, it may build. So a couple lifts and lowering of the leg. All right, grounding through the left side, left hip is heavy. All right, core is working. All right, a couple more like this. And then the next time the leg is lifted, reach through the heel. Like this leg can get longer. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hug the knee into the chest. Roll it up, forehead to knee. We're close to it. Stretch the leg out long. Onto our second side. Right, left toes drop out to the side. Right heel stays heavy and grounded. Right inner thigh turning down now. So neutral position in that right leg this time. And external in the left. Reach the left heel away and then float the leg up. Right? And then again, we're just gonna lower and lift the leg a few times. Doesn't have to be fast. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. We're just starting to wake up and strengthen our iliopsoas muscles, right? The muscle group that lifts and lowers the leg. When we're lifting our legs in this practice, we want to feel that movement originate here, right? We need openness in this space to find back bends too, right? Opening across this whole front body. Couple more. Next time this leg is lifted, reach through the heel, ground through the right side, take a big breath in. Exhale, hug the knee to the chest. Roll it up. Good. Release. Take both feet to the floor this time, feet about hips, or about as wide as the mat. So outside the hips, take a breath in. Exhale, knees drop over to the left. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Hold on to the forearms or elbows. And breathe down the right side body. Let's just do 3 breaths here. Good. And then knees back up to center. And then over to the right, switch the cross of the arms, take a couple breaths down that left side body. Good. And then release the arms. Let's roll all the way onto our right side. And then slowly press ourselves up. We'll make our way onto the hands and knees, please. For tabletop pose, and maybe you use your blanket from here underneath the knees if you'd like some extra support. Okay? So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, pressing down into the shins, spreading the fingers wide as you inhale, let the heart move forward, widening across the chest. As we exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the upper back. Right, so we talk about moving the spine like it's in little segments. So lifting the tailbone, lengthening through the sides of the waist, then shoulder blades in wide and across the chest. Same thing again, starting with the tailbone. Curl the tailbone down, arch the low back. Feel that arch in the upper back as the head drops down. Do a few more like that, really focusing on each little segment of the spine in our cat. And then find a nice flat back from here. Slide your right toes back behind you, curl them under, reach the heel back. Give a little bounce or just press, right? So from here, come back to center where our hips are over that left knee. You can curl the left toes under if you want to help balance. We're gonna float the right leg up, reach through the heel, turn the right inner thigh up. Now a little bit different from here, we're gonna bend the knee. Right, so it's like our sole of our foot is pressing to the sky. And then we're gonna lift a little bit and lower. And this is a really small movement. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more like that, lift it up, lower, maybe only about an inch, lift and lower. And then from here, we're gonna hug the knee into the chest. Inhale back up, right? Hug the knee into the chest. Inhale back up. 1 more. Exhale. Knee to chest. Inhale back up. Reach the leg back long. Good. Set the toes down to the floor behind you. From here, pivot the heel down. Take the right arm up to the sky. So a little modified Vashisthasana from here, right? Frontal hip bones lift. Right, press down into the standing hand. You can still keep these bottom toes curled under, or you can just press the shin down into the floor, softening the shoulder away from the ear. Breathe in. Good, exhale, hand down to the floor. Right, take it back. Let's find a child's pose from here. Okay. Hips back and down towards the heels. Right, finding some breath in the low back. Okay, on to our second side, please. Go ahead, press yourself back up onto the hands and knees. Good, from here, let's go ahead and slide the left toes back, reach through the heel. Right, press into the toes, into the heel, give a little bounce if you want. Good. And then from here, float that left leg up to the height of the hip. Inner thigh turns up, frontal hip bone still lifting. And then from here, bend the knee. And again, this is a really small movement, right? We're just gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. 3 more, lift and lower, lift. I think this is the last one, lift and lower, and then hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, back up. Good, hug the knee into the chest, and lift it back up. Good, exhale, knee to the chest, and lift it back up. From here, extend the leg out long, drop the toes down, pivot that left heel to the floor. From here, float the left arm up to the sky, right? Again, frontal hip bones lifting. Right, press down into the standing arm reach. Beautiful. One more breath. Let's take the hand down to the floor. Back into a child's pose. Good. So from here, come back onto your hands and knees. Let's do a little wrist stretch, right? Everyone's favorite. So we're gonna flip our palms back towards us. So the thumbs are facing away. And you can just gently shift the hips back towards the heels. So stretching all those little tendons, ligaments, muscles on the inside of the forearm. We sure ask a lot of our wrists in this practice, so it's nice to be nice to them. Okay, and then flip them back around. And we'll do one at a time here. Top of the hand to the floor. And then you can use this other arm to kind of determine how intense you want this wrist stretch to be. And again, you can lean back a teeny tiny bit. Couple of breaths. Good. And then swap to the other side. And then maybe a tiny little lean back. Good. And then sit back onto the shins and then roll them out a few times. And then other direction. Okay, give them a little shake, and then let's find our way into downward facing dog, please. All right. So you may want to keep the blanket on the mat if we come into a little lunge here in a little bit. So you may want to keep it there just for a second. Hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spread the fingers wide, press down into the inner part of the hand. Pedal the heels. Do your down dog ritual, whatever that looks like. Good. Find a little bend in the knees, lift the hips up higher, and then let the heels slide down. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Take a little walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, fingertips on the floor or on the shin. Exhale, fold it in. Take your feet a little bit wider here, right? And then hang forward, hold on to the forearms or the elbows. Give a little sway. Good. And then some of you may want to take the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, and then drop the head down. And then release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's keep the feet a little bit wider for this first half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Breathe and grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 1 more. Inhale. Well, let's add on at the bottom here. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop the head down. Inhale, half lift. Right, from here, go ahead and step your left foot back. Drop the knee down to the floor. Let's keep the back toes curled under. And then just go ahead and walk yourself up. Use the hands on the thigh, walk yourself up. Now think of this right hip drawing back a little bit, bend the knee a little bit deeper. Right, think of the inner thighs drawing towards one another, and then from here, sweep the arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist with the right hand. Give a little lean over to the right. Keep drawing the right hip back, back, back. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring them back, interlace the fingers behind the sacrum. Start to move the interlace of the hands towards that inner left knee, wide and across the chest. Inner thighs draw towards one another, nice and strong. Breathe in. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Press that back knee up. We're just going to step right back to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Again, feet can stay a little bit wide. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. From here, stepping our right foot back, drop the knee down to the floor. Keep those little back toes curled under here for now. Right? Use the hands to press yourself up. Right? Good. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward slightly, inner thighs draw towards one another. You can sit a little bit lower. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Give a little lean over towards that left hip. Good. Inhale, arms up. All right, still strong through the legs. Reach the arms back. Interlace the fingers. Wide and across the chest. Move the interlace of the hands towards that inner right knee. Good. Heart opens. Breathe in. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the floor. From here, press the right thigh up. Plant the palms. Step the foot back. Take your knees down to the floor. Right? Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the back of the room. Slowly lower down to the mat. Right? If you've got a blanket here, you can move it off to the side. Good. Hands by the low ribs. Press down into the tops of the feet. Inner thighs rotate up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Widen across the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, take your fingertips to the outside of the mat so the elbows are bent, right? Get our little cupcake tent hands, whatever that means. Press down into the tops of the feet. Hug the outer ankles in. Shoulder blades firm in. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Yes, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hands by the low ribs. Press down into the tops of the feet. Firm the upper arms in. Heart moving forward, shoulder blades in. From here, press the hands down, lift the legs. Upward facing dog. Widen across the chest. As you exhale, curl your toes under and lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Couple breaths here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or maybe hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll take a couple sun salutations and we can modify this in any way you want. You can take the knees down. You can take cobra instead of upward facing dog. Right? Your choice. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold. Inhale, half lift. Get nice and long through the spine, then plant the hands, step the feet back. Plank. Maybe knees up, maybe knees down. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower, halfway. Right? Inhale over the toes, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or Cobra. Right? Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, hips up and back, down dog. Right? Finding the upper inner arms, turning up here, shoulders softening away from the ears. Right? If you're extra bendy, trying not to break in that middle back, right? Ribs soften down. One more breath. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, grow tall. Good, hands to the heart. So let's interlace the fingers. Leave the index finger out and then just wrap one thumb over the other. And then inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Let's keep the feet about hips width distance apart here. Right, frontal hip bones lift, inner thighs turn back. And then from here, we're just gonna tilt over to the side. Press down into that outside leg. Good, breathe here. So to turn the chest up to the sky, firm the upper arms in. Some people will have you do this with the feet together. I find that that crowds my low back. Inhale, back up. Over to the other side. Firm the upper arms in. Right, nice big side stretch. Turn the chest up. Breathe in. Good. And let the arms come down by the sides. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, grow tall. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Good, from here, once again, let's step the left foot back. Left hand to the floor, right thumb to the right hip. So we're in a nice low lunge here. Right knee over the right ankle. Get nice and long as you reach that left heel back, chest and crown of the head forward. Then find a little twist, right? Belly is strong, pressing down into the standing hands, shoulders away from the ears. And maybe you can feel the shoulder blades firm into the upper back here, right? Strong through the back leg. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand down. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Once again, breathing, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, reach out and up, breathing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the right leg back. Right hand stays on the floor, left thumb to the hip crease. Draw the left hip back and in, right? And then from here, left arm to the sky. Nice little twist here. Strong through this back leg. Nice deep bend in the left knee. Breathe. One more breath, inhale. Good, let the hand find the floor. Step the leg forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press the feet down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, so let's take the feet about, hips width distance apart. Some of you may love to do your chair pose with the feet together. If that's you, lean in, that's fine. If your low back is like mine and it'll find any reason to be fussy, give yourself a little bit of space, okay? All right, spread the toes wide. Even pick them up and then set them down, yeah? Good. Start to shift the weight into the heels. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Frontal hip bones lift, so there's length in the low back. Maybe sit a little bit lower. Reach up. I had a teacher that would tell us in every class, Utkatasana translates to terrible. But it would make everybody smile and you would forget that you were holding chair pose for 5 breaths. One more. Inhale, breathe in. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back. Right, knees up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, over the toes, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. From that hip flexor, psoas, belly area, inhale, lift, float the right leg up. Hug the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands. Drop your back heel down, heel to heel or wider. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good. Feel the shoulder blades firm into the upper back. And then from here, take the hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Now keep drawing that right hip back and in. Bend the left knee. Widen across the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Keep that right hip firming in. Good. Breathe here. Slowly release. Hands to the floor. Pivot on the back heel. Drop the back knee down. Keep your left toes curled under. Shift the hands back. Slide the right heel forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, that length. Exhale. Good. Couple breaths here. One more breath. Inhale forward. From here, take both hands to the inside of the right foot, heel heel toe their right foot to their right, turn it out slightly. You can start to open that left knee. So you can keep the back toes curled under, or you can press the top of the foot down into the floor. Take the right hand to the right inner thigh. Give it a little press away. And breathe here. Good. Some of us will stay here. That's enough. Some of you may want to bend the back knee, reach that right hand back and catch the foot. Hello, quads. Oh my goodness. Right, press down into the standing hand. Shoulder blades into the back. Good. Breathe here. Slowly release. Curl the toes under. Press the thigh up. Take the knee to the upper arm and then just step it back. Down dog. Let's see if we can remember all that on the other side. Okay. All right. Float the left leg up to the height of the hip. Hug the knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. All right. Pivot the back heel down. Heel to heel or a little bit wider. Anchor through that back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Right, feel that lift in the chest, that lift in the upper back. Good. Breathe in. And arms come behind you once again. Interlace the fingers. Widen across the chest. Breathe in. Humble warrior. Keep that left hip hugging in and in and in. Keep anchoring and pressing through the back heel, back leg. Breathe. Slowly release the arms. Take the hands down to the floor, pivot onto the back ball of the foot, drop the knee down. Start to shift the hips back. Slide the left heel forward. Right, inhale. Exhale. Fold. Couple of breaths. Inhale, come forward. Take both hands to the inside of the left leg, heel toe the foot out a little bit, open the leg. And then you can scooch that back leg back a little bit and uncurl the toes. From here, left hand finds the left inner thigh. Press the thigh away like you're moving the thigh, right, away from the body. Press down into the right hand so we don't collapse here, right? Breathe in. Maybe you stay here, right? And this is plenty of work. Maybe you bend the back knee, reach that left hand back, catch the foot. Good, turn the chest. Good, slowly release. Good, curl the back toes under, press the thigh up. From here, left knee to the left upper arm, step it back, down dog. Child's pose, take the knees together, take the arms alongside the body, fold it in. Take a few breaths here, guys, like 5 breaths. So you can find that length and that opening in the low back, right, with your belly resting on the thighs. So from here, let's go ahead and press yourself back up onto the shins for a moment. So we've been doing this same action through our different postures. It's our thoracic wheel of movement, right? Where our collarbones widen, shoulder blades from into the upper back, right? And then the shoulders soften away from the ears. This is how we create a little back bend. So just on the shins here, again, take the hands behind the back, right? Feel the collarbones widen, right? So the shoulder heads move away from one another. Feel the shoulder blades firm into the upper back. And then start to work your elbows towards straight. Move the interlace of the hands down to the floor, right? So this is what we're looking for when we come into our Shalabhasana from here, right? This big opening across the chest, shoulders away from the ears, but our arms stay nice and low, right? Nice and close to the body, okay? So let's find our way onto the belly. We'll do a little shoulder opener on the belly first, and then we'll come into a couple of back bends laying on the ground. So first things first, we'll come into our little airplane pose. I don't have a good word for it in Sanskrit. So arms come out into a T, palms face down. Now let's slide the right hand towards the face. Turn so your left cheek is on the floor. We're gonna bend this right knee so the toes point up towards the sky. You're gonna press down into the right hand and lift the right knee off the floor simultaneously, and then start to tilt over to the side. Toes or sole of the foot can find the floor behind you. All right, a little press into the fingertips here. Some of you may want to take this arm up and overhead, flip the palm, take the arm behind the back. Couple of breaths here. And slowly release the arm. Come back to center, right? And then simply on to the next side. From our little airplane, slide the left hand in, bend the left knee, toes point up, press down into the hand, lift the thigh, and then roll it over. Good. Maybe this arm comes up and then behind the back, if that feels okay. Listen to your shoulders, my friends. Release. Slowly come back to center. Good. Once again, just press it back into a child's pose with the legs together. And then we'll find our way, once again, back onto the belly. Rock the chest forward and lower. All right, from here, let's find a little Sphinx pose. So forearms on the floor, right? Step your feet a little bit wider than you normally would here. Pick the right leg up, reach it back, set it down. Same with the left. And then just drop the chin down to the chest. Semicircle the head a couple times. Good. And then from here, take the feet a little closer together, legs a little closer together. We're going to take the arms alongside the body and then interlace the hands once again at the low back. Press down into the tops of those feet. Start to widen across the chest as you move the interlace of the hands to the wall behind you. Lift the chest up off the floor, right? We're thinking long and low here. Some of us may stay here, right? Some of you may float your legs up. Good. Breathe. 2 more breaths. And then slowly release. Turn the head to one side. Give a little bend to the knees. Shift them from side to side. Good. Now from here, we're gonna bend the knees, flex the feet. Get the legs pretty close together. Now there's no real graceful way to find our Dhanurasana. And today I'd like you to try to keep the thighs on the floor. So maybe reach back for one foot and then the other, and then flex the feet from here. And maybe we just stay here, right? Like this is a ton of work, especially if your quads are a little bit tighter or there's anything in your low back, right? Some of you will start to press the shins back. This may be where we stay, right? Widen across the chest, pressing the shins back, heart opening. Breathe here. And release. Kick the heels from side to side a couple of times. Again, take the legs long behind you. Take the hands to the floor. Press yourself up. Child's pose with the knees together. 5 breaths here. Release the low back. All right, friends, slowly press yourself up. We're gonna come onto the shins from here. So you may want a blanket. If you have a couple blocks, you may want your block friends on either side. We're gonna play around with Ustrasana. So I like to take this pose in a really kind of gentle and, how do I say it? I don't like to crunch in my low back, right? Because I'll feel it for days if I just lean in too hard. So I like to give myself a lot of room and a lot of props and a lot of time to, 1, warm up for it, but 2, to move in stages to decide, okay, do I want to go deeper today or is this enough, right? So let's start. If you have blocks, great. If you don't, that's okay. We're gonna come onto the shins. I like to curl my toes under and turn my fingertips up. Now some people like to turn their fingertips down and help smooth the tailbone down this way. It's personal preference, in my opinion. And maybe we just stay here, right? So we're lifting on the sides of the waist. Shoulder blades are firming into the upper back, chest is lifting. This may be where we stay today, right? Heart is lifting, right? And then maybe from here, right, we can find one block or the other, right? Maybe you find the heels, right? Lifting the chest, widening across the heart space. Try not to drop the head back, right? Hard on the neck. Open up across the chest. Pelvis moving forward. Breathe in. Good. Slowly come back up. Shift the hips back onto the heels. Take a breath here. We're going to do it one more time. So just take a moment. Send the breath down into the low back. Okay. One more time. Up onto our shins, right? Maybe the toes curl under, maybe the feet stay down on the floor. This is up to you, right? Hands to the low back, right? Tailbone dropping down, flesh of the buttock moving down, heart space lifted. widening across the chest, right? And then one hand reaches back, the other, lift the chest. Who's stressing? Breathe here. And slowly come back up. Shift the hips back. One more time. Find a child's pose with the legs together. All right. Slowly press yourself up. We're gonna find a pigeon pose from here. You may want a folded blanket to the right of your mat, right? For underneath the hip. From our downward facing dog, let's float the right leg up. Draw the right knee towards the right wrist. Set the shin down on the mat. Maybe support your hip with a blanket if you need it, right? Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. I feel that right hip drawing back, left hip drawing forward. Slowly start to press yourself back. Curl your left toes under. Lift the right leg up and back. And then, all right, maybe flip the dog, if that's in your practice. Back to our down dog. From here, float the left leg to the height of the hip. Draw the left knee towards the left wrist. Set the shin down on the floor. Shift the hips back a little bit. Slide your blanket underneath that hip. Inhale. Exhale. We could wind down a little bit here. Slowly start to press yourself back up. Curl the right toes under. Press the thigh up. Sweep the left leg up and back. Maybe drop the toes behind you. Down, down. Let's take the knees to the floor. From here, we'll take a forward fold. So, let's take the legs out long in front of us. You can sit on a blanket if that's better for your low back. You can roll a blanket a little bit for under the knees, right? If that helps. Right? Paschimottanasana. So we'll turn our inner thighs down, turn our outer thighs up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Slowly start to press yourself back. Let's cross the shins at the center, or you can take a double pigeon if that feels good today. You can even take like a little half lotus if you'd like for our next forward fold. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Walk it out. Slowly press yourself back up. We'll switch the cross of the legs, so either the opposite shin in front, double pigeon, or half lotus here. All right, take a breath in. And exhale, fold. Slowly start to press yourself back up. Release the legs, give them a little shake, and let's find our way onto our back. Hug the knees into the chest. Hug the right knee in, let the left leg stretch out long. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. And then back to center. Hug the left knee to the chest. Right leg out long. Breathe in. And exhale, twist. Back to center. Hug both knees into the chest, Apanasana, and roll yourself up. And release. Shavasana. Gently deepen the flow of your breath. Give a little wiggle to your fingers and toes. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. And then gently roll to your side. And slowly, mindfully press yourself up. Allowing the hands to come and rest at the heart, Anjali Mudra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Good work. That's fun.
Thank you, Jenn. Boy, I'm loving me some heart openers.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a great sequence.
I
Yeah.
was like, yesterday, like, I'm so grumpy. I hate Target, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to open my heart a little bit.
What
It
is
helps.
the man saying in that last piece?
You know that chant?
The chant? What is he?
Oh, here, I'll type it into the little thing.
What are the words?
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I gotta run. Bye, guys. Good to see you. Stay healthy.
see you, Carol.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
S-A-R-E. Ugh. There we go. It should be in the little chat there.
Yes. Salvation, something.
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 It's so dreamy though, isn't it? The first time I listened to that, I was like, okay, well, I'm in an alternative reality now.
Yeah, it's nice for Shavasana.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of like in alignment with the meditation we did. It's like the may all be happy, may all be free, may all, may we all live peacefully. Well, guys, so good to see you. I'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
I miss all your beautiful faces, but I'm so glad I get to see you on here still.
Yes.
Me too.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Karma yoga.